Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Today is my bedroom makeover. I have been talking about this for a long time. I'm so excited to finally get this project started. So I do have a video linked below when we redid this bedroom. It's been about 2 years and I actually really loved it. We switched bedrooms with our son and brought our bedroom in here. We put new flooring in, we got the new bed, the new rug, I painted everything, and I had a different bedspread, but we put the shelf up, got the mirror, everything, and I actually am going to keep, you know, some of the things that we did before. I still really love this paint color. Of course, I'm not going to change out any of the furniture. My bed, I love this black bed. I got it on Amazon. I'll try to link anything down below that I can. But when I redid this a couple years ago, I went with more of the gray and green, and I personally love the cooler tones, grays, greens, whites, and you will see that all throughout my house. But I'm also starting to really like a lot of the bohemian kind of look. So I kind of wanted to bring some of those into this room, but not drastically change the room. I'm not going to be painting the walls, but I'll tell you some of the things that I am going to be doing. I got a new duvet cover. This red bedspread is on here from Christmas, and then I just kept it up through Valentine's because it's so warm and cozy, and we really have enjoyed it this winter. So I'm going to take that and take it to the laundromat because it's massive. I'm going to have to wash it there and put that away. And I got a new duvet cover on Amazon, and I love it. It's a beautiful, beautiful green, and it's kind of like bohemian, boho. And I'm not going to change the wall color. Love the shelf, but I'm going to rearrange, do that a little bit differently, change some of the decor. I'm getting new curtains, a new curtain rod. I am waiting on a new curtain rod coming from Amazon. And then I got some new curtains. We're going to take these doors off because they're just not practical in here, because when you open them, you can't open them all the way because there's just not enough room, and there's no light inside my closet, so it's really dark and hard to see. So we're going to take those doors off, and we're going to add some matching curtains, matching the new ones we get for the window. And then new decor, I'm going to be painting all of the dressers and nightstands. I'm going to spray paint a few things, and I'm going to put the new mirror in here that I had in my living room that I had showed you in a previous video. I have a new shelf that I'm going to put up over the window, or I'm going to have Marion put up over the window. One of the major things I'm going to do though is declutter this closet. So you can see you can't open the door all the way because of the rug, and there's no light in here. It's just dark and it's hard to see. We have a second closet back here in the back because originally this was the closet for this room, and then this closet was built on later on by the previous owners. So we kind of have stuff shoved all back there, and of course it just all really needs to be decluttered and organized. So I've got some bins. I'm gonna do some organizing in here, but before I get started on the closet, we're going to go ahead and get all the furniture painted. I think that's the first step in getting this project started. Marion went ahead and kind of scraped this off. The previous holes we had filled in and then never really like sanded them down, and so they were there was kind of like bumps underneath the paint. So we're going to take the hardware off. I'm going to reuse the black hardware because I do have a black bed, so I'm going to have a few things that will still be black. The hardware, my lamps are going to stay black, so hopefully we'll tie it all in. Also, the curtain rod is black, and then the brackets for the shelf. actually the color of the duvet cover that I got, so that you can see kind of like my thinking and what I was the look I'm kind of going for. So this is the pillowcase and it matches it. And I will have this link down. Let me try to turn towards the, there we go. I will have this link down below. I got it on Amazon, just a 3-piece set, 2 pillow shams and a duvet cover. You know, I love greens, and I really went back and forth for a long time, but this was the one that just kept calling me. I loved it, and it is different than the wall, but it does still go with the wall. And so I was trying to think what was the best color to paint the dressers. So what I kind of settled on was an off-white or beige color, and then the curtains are going to also be beige. This is what the curtains look like, and I don't know what the material is, but I'll look on the package. I just got these at Burlington Coat Factory for $12.99 a set. That's an amazing price. So I got one set for the windows and one set for the closet. I didn't want to actually have to buy paint because I always have so much leftover paint. So I pulled up this one that I recently painted the table in my dining room. It's called Shaved Coconut. It's Glidden semi-gloss. We used it for the basement for Madison's room, but it's a little light because it's very close to white. So I don't know if I would say I would recommend you do this because you might mess it up, but I've done this plenty of times where I just like mix paints together. So I picked up this just craft paint. It's nutmeg brown. It's actually a lot lighter than it looks. They had swatches that you could see what it looks like dry. It was a lot lighter than this. So I'm just gonna mix this with that, make it a little bit darker, maybe make it a little bit more beige, more tan. I don't know. We're gonna see. Both nightstands are done. Just gonna let those dry. They're obviously gonna need 2 coats. So, but I love the way that they look. I think they look amazing. I loved the gray on them because that spray paint was so good. They've never chipped, or, I mean, the finish was so beautiful. So it kind of made me hesitant to paint the nightstands, but I just didn't think that gray was gonna go. And I think when I'm done, I'm gonna put a coat of polyacrylic on the top of them, just because, you know, we slide things around and stuff just to make sure that they don't chip or anything. But I think they're looking so good. hard to get any shots of this with the window behind it, but you get the idea. I'm just painting a dresser. When I'm done, I'll let you see what it looks like. All right, first coat is on. If you're wondering why I didn't like take these knobs off, they've been painted so many times on both of these dressers, they're not going to come off. So it was easier just to paint the knobs. I would like to take these outside and paint them and have more room and let the sunshine dry them, but it is just way too cold. It's like 40 degrees and windy, and that was not happening. So I have this just wall decor I got from Hobby Lobby a couple years ago, I think, and I'm going to go ahead and paint this. So I think I'm going to use this on that shelf above my bed, but this is it's just what I had in the basement. It's moss green Rust-Oleum, so I think this is going to match the duvet, and it'll be really pretty on that shelf. This is what my perfumes were in on my dresser, and then I have this candle stick from Target Dollar Spot. Alright, it's been about an hour and a half, actually about 2 hours since I started these, so I'm going to go ahead and do the second coat. Clearly they need a second coat, so I'm not going to film that though, just going to be painting again. I'll show you what they look like when they're finished. Alright, got the second coat on, and it looks like I painted my furniture light pink. Light pink or like light peach. So, yeah. I'm not loving that. It's the sunset, and so now everything looks different in the, at night. Plus it's against the white curtains and the white blinds, so, it kind of looks light pink. It also kind of sometimes looks peachy and tan. So next to the curtains that I got, because they're tan, that's what it looks like. So we're just gonna have to see once everything is put up. If I did decide to paint them another color, I've already got that light, 2 coats of that color on, so it wouldn't take but 1 coat if I decided I wanted to go like buy another color, and I don't, but if I decide that I want to. So it is Saturday night for me. Tomorrow afternoon I'm going to pick up my camera again. I'm going to be cleaning out my closet and decluttering that and organizing that. Before I go for tonight, I wanted to show you these. I brought them in and they look really good. I like the green on them. They just look beautiful. All right, it's the next day, and I decided that I hate the color. It looks way too pink. In this light it kind of doesn't, but in our bedroom it really looks pink, so it looks more of like a peachy color out here. Also, Marion just took this downstairs and sanded it because the roller I used was the cheapest one at Walmart. It's like good, better, and best, and I just got the good because their better was like $8, and I was trying to be cheap, but it literally like had so many pieces of debris on it that when I started rolling, this was the first thing that I did. It left these like pieces of stuff in the paint, and it was driving me nuts. You'd go like that and it was super rough. So he just sanded it. Now it's very smooth. He's got his down there right now sanding the top. So I'm gonna have to do one more coat on everything. I showed you I was mixing some paint down there, and this is the color I came up with. This looks a whole lot better. You can see on the side the original color and then the pink color I made, and then this like taupey brown color. I think that I'm happy with this color, and I'm just gonna do one coat. Hopefully, it won't need more because I've already got 2 coats of this color on it. And I'm not going to film this because I did already film me painting them. I'll just show you the before and the afters. So I put just like a little bit right there to show you the difference. But they definitely brighten the room up, but they just have like a baby pink, and I can't. I can't with that color. All right, here we are a few hours later. I actually ended up putting 2 coats. I did end up having to do 2 coats. So in here in my living room in this lighting, it looks tan, And then when you go into my bedroom, it still kind of has that pinky peach color. So I don't love it. And these are the curtains, and I love this color, but when you put them next to it, yeah, I still have to do a second coat on these fronts, but yeah, you can see the difference. So I'm not loving this color. I'm just gonna live with it for a little while, and I don't want to paint them white. I don't want white. So I need to decide. I'm gonna live with it when everything is put together, see what it looks like. And it is just paint. I will just paint them again if I don't like them. So we're gonna go with it for now. We're gonna continue with this makeover. So the next thing I'm gonna do is have Marion take these doors down, because we're going to just hang the curtains. So I just use like a shower curtain rod to put up in there, and it hangs and it holds the curtain. I'll need to hem the bottoms. And then this shelf I had in my living room, and we took this down recently when we put the other one up, and he's gonna hang, I'm gonna have him put this, because it matches this shelf with and it's got black brackets and everything, so he's gonna put it above this window right here. All right, Marion's gonna take these closet doors down. You can see how crazy full my closet is. I need to go through all of this, but it's Sunday night. I'm not doing that until tomorrow, because I don't want to cover my bed with everything and have to get it all done tonight. So he's going to take these doors off for me. Alright, we're officially on day 3 of this makeover. Hopefully I can get a lot more done today. Life's just been happening. It's been busy, and with me having to repaint those dressers, I just didn't get as much done this weekend as I planned. So today is a holiday and Jackson's home from school, and my plan was to knock this out. I want to start with the closet. I got the bed stripped off. I got my sheets in the wash. I did not buy new sheets. I do want to buy new sheets, but I'm just going to reuse the ones that I have. They're just a light gray. But my plan right now is to go through all this. I want to kind of just like go through and see what I want to get rid of in the clothes. I don't actually have a lot of clothes that hang, because I just put them in my dresser, or I fold sweaters and sweatshirts. I don't like the way that they look with like the creases from the hanger in the shoulder, so I just do that. It kind of takes up a lot of room, but it's fine. So I'm just going to kind of like weed through my clothes. I'm not going to do Marion's. He doesn't actually have a lot of hanging up clothes anyways. He's all about comfortable clothes, t-shirts and jeans. So he has a few hanging up shirts though. And then the main thing I want to focus on is like down here I have all my bags and shoes and blankets, and I bought a couple bins for those. And then back here I have some stuff to donate, and I, like the last couple weeks, I've just been throwing it in because I knew I was gonna clean it out. So this is really awful. And one thing that I know I want to keep is all of our bags, like for traveling. I like to keep them back here, but right now I've got a bin of superhero clothes of Jackson's when he was a baby, or when he was a kid, and then I've got a bin down there which I forget is what is in that. So, and these are like dresses from my kids' weddings. So I just need to pull all the stuff out and see what I want to keep, what I want to get rid of, and then organize what I do keep. This is the bin that was back in that closet back there. This is a bunch of my kids' like special things from when they were like just super special memories. So I guess that's why I kept it up here. It's super heavy, but I pulled out these were like Jackson's little toys. I'm gonna put these in the toy bin for Paisley so she can play with those. I think all the batteries are dead, but it won't matter. ice skates. Got these when I graduated high school. So I picked up these 2 bins at Walmart. They're about $7 each. I got the gray one for the basket, for the blankets, but I got these clear ones, one for Marion's shoes, one for my shoes. They just work best down here. I don't have any kind of like shoe rack, so I'm gonna put these in here with our shoes, and then also I'm gonna put Belle's crate in here. We do use that occasionally, and we like to keep it in our room. Okay, so I think this is all that I'm gonna have stored in this closet. I do still have a lot of laundry, so no doubt there are some more sweatshirts and sweaters to add to that. And then my purses, blankets down there in that bin, just because we just store them there. I always have. And then my shoes, Marion's shoes, clearly I have more shoes than he does. And then his few hanging clothes, then that's all his stuff, so I'm gonna just leave that alone. And then in the back I just put, I have like my wedding dress back here, and then those dresses, and then all of our luggage and or bags, and we don't have much luggage but bags. And then that's the bin of very special mementos for my kids. And then there's the dog crate, which I can scoot these over and open it when I need to. But here's a look at the other side of the room. So I need to figure out where I'm going to put all this, and a lot of it's going to go into the donate pile. So I just picked up this shower curtain rod from Big Lots. I think it was $10.99. And then I got these curtains. It's a set of 2 premium window panels for $12.99. These are 38 inches by 84 inches long, and it comes with 2 panels. So I bought 2 sets, one for the curtain, one for the closet. So I'm going to go ahead and hang these and then see how much I need to pin at the bottom. Then I'll take them off and hem them so that they don't, you know, get snagged on anything. I'm just going to use this. I got it for like $1 at Walmart. It's not the Stitch Witchery brand, but it's the same thing. You just iron it on your seam. You just read the directions on the back. You need a hot iron. You use a damp cloth. It's super easy. I said, the new rod is not here. If it comes before I post this video, I will show you what that looks like. So those curtains are definitely not laying like I want them to lay, so hopefully over time when they hang it'll be better. Plus the new curtain rod will be wider. I'm going to take down my current decor, clean that shelf really well, and then just restyle that shelf with a few new pieces, and some of those I'll add back up there as well. But I'm going to take that wreath off the wall, and I'm also going to take that frame off the wall and probably put that on the shelf. Alright, so I did want to tell you that so far you can tell I'm obviously not happy with the color of the dressers, so I did do something a lot different, and I'm going to show you what that is pretty soon. But at this point I was still going to just try and make them work. It had been like I said, this was day 3. After all of this was done, I went ahead and put the bedding on, I put some stuff on the shelf, and I was just gonna like live with it for about a week. And because I just had so much going on with life, I knew that I couldn't dedicate any more days to this project right away. So after a good 9 days, I would say, I came back and decided to stain them with the gel stain, which is what I originally wanted to do. I was just afraid that it would clash with the wood floors, and so that was my first choice, but I just thought, I ruled it out at the beginning. I was like, it won't work with the wood floors. So I ended up trying to paint them. As you could tell, I just did not like them. It's a shame because I did do 4 coats on all these dressers and I did not like them. But in the end, I'll show you what I did. It is so nice. I was really scared to start it at first, but I loved it. So I'll show you the process. But here I was going ahead and like putting all the decor up and putting the bedding on, but towards the end of the video I'm going to actually rearrange the decor a little bit more, and obviously I have to take everything off my dressers to paint them again, so you'll kind of see me do it again, but it will all come together in the end. I was really worried at this point, but I kept all the footage of me painting and like going through the process, because I think it's important for you to see the whole process. Like, it's not just super simple, everything, no problems, nothing happened. Things always happen, things always go wrong. You just have to be willing to kind of like go with the flow, you know, like don't get discouraged, don't think this is totally a waste. You can salvage it, just give it some time, live with it, see what, you know, you come up with, get some inspiration online, which is what I did, and then just go for it. Go for it. If you don't like it, go for it again, change it again. So I just thought it was important to leave all that footage in and show you the whole process start to finish. So in all, this probably took me a good 2 weeks to get it finished, but in the end I absolutely love it. It's everything that I like had in my mind as exactly what I wanted. I love the mix of boho and farmhouse together. It's just beautiful. I wouldn't say I have one certain style, but it's just mixed together and it's what I love. So do what you love. Don't be afraid to take a chance. Paint is just paint. You can always repaint. It's not a big deal. So I hope that y'all have enjoyed watching the process. I did want to tell you in just a second, I'm going to show you that shelf that we put up. We actually decided to have Marion cut it in half and put 2 smaller shelves on the wall instead of one above the window, because I felt like you wouldn't really be able to see it. I wouldn't be able to put anything up that high, and in the end it's the best decision. I love it so much. So just wanted to get on there and tell y'all things will come together, I promise. So this is the shelf I was telling you about. So I couldn't find, he's cutting this in half, and then we need 2 brackets for each piece, but I couldn't find any more of these at Walmart. So he's just gonna make, I had these that I bought a long time ago, but this is way too big, but he's kind of using this as a guide, and he's just gonna build brackets with the wood, and then I'm gonna paint the brackets black. This is our shelf of paint and paint supplies. I gotta find my gel stain. Here it is. Nope, that's pre-stain. That is not it. That is it. I just like went around the house and found, like down in the basement I had some stuff, so I had this like super long greenery. Madison actually didn't want that, and she gave that to me a while back. And then I have several like long flowy plants. So I already had all those, but these are some of the things that I picked up. I got this on Amazon. It came in a 2-pack, and I think it's smaller than I thought. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't remember which pillow I measured, but I thought this would be really pretty in here. It's kind of the boho. And also this, I got this at Hobby Lobby. It was $5.99. I thought that'd be really pretty on the wall. And then I got this when we were thrifting this past weekend. And then this was $2.74 at Hobby Lobby. I thought that'd be really pretty with some greenery in it. I got this at Walmart for like $1.50 something. And then surprisingly, we went into Joann Fabrics the other day, and all their greenery and plants were 50% off. So I got this long one for only $5, and it's so pretty. And this one was only $3. They were normally twice that, but it's like so full. This one's really soft. I love that they're different colors. You know, my plan is to have them kind of cascading down the shelves. And I did add, since I showed you, I did play around with a few things, but all the greenery I already had except for those 2 pieces. So it's going to have a lot of greenery. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be using. This is the Gel Stain Aged Oak is the color. And then I have a paintbrush that's a 2.5 inch, 2.5 inch glove. I've got a cotton rag. So when I did my table in my dining room, if you saw that one, I was putting it on with a paintbrush and then wiping it off with a rag. But I watched a video of one of my subscribers. She did her front door, and she asked me to go watch her video, and it's amazing. She did such a good job. I pinned it to my future DIYs playlist, and I'm gonna try and still do my front door like I have told y'all before. That's my plan. But I'm gonna practice on the dressers. But she wiped it on with the rag, and then she used the brush to give it the, you know, the wood, kind of like wood look. So she did the opposite. So I'm going to try that, and we shall see. So when I started the gel stain, I wanted to do just one side of the dresser where you wouldn't see it in case I messed it up, and I could just paint over it and it would be fine. But I started it, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't have the rag saturated enough at the beginning, so I was not loving it. I was thinking, no, this is not going to work. I'm not going to do this. But I went ahead and did the whole side, and even at the end, I was like, I don't think I love this. But it was a big decision to do all the dressers. So I did this one side, but as you can see, it's kind of shadowy and it was dark. So I thought, you know what? I probably am not getting like the real picture of what it looks like. So I decided to do the other side of the dresser, and I learned a lot on this side of the dresser. I did it in small sections, down below first, and then I tried to do the top part. Don't do that, because you have this very obvious line in the middle. I had to really work to try and get that line out. So I would say do top to bottom, smaller, sections top to bottom, and then you won't have to worry about that line. So I learned a lot as I went. By the time I was finished, I was like, I can totally do anything with this. This is so easy. It's actually super easy. You just take your time. And the great thing about this gel stain is that if it's come off too much or you don't like how it looks, just put some more on it and go over it with your brush. You do kind of have to work fast because it does get tacky, and the reality is this, because we get so much rain, it's so humid, it took a solid week for this to dry before we could really put things on it. I would say 5 days before we could put anything on them, but they are still tacky, and it's been well over a week. They're tacky on the fronts and the sides. Thankfully the tops are dry, but it does take a long time to dry if you don't live in a really dry climate. But in the end, so beautiful. I'll show you in a second when I'm done. I love so much the way that this turned out, and this was the best decision, and I wish I had done it at the beginning. Okay, dresser number 1 is done and I love it. I love it so much. I wish I had just done this at the beginning like I planned. And see, it doesn't match the floors exactly, but it's totally fine. It looks so pretty with those curtains now. Oh my gosh, everything just, this is just the blanket over the bed, but that's the green. That's how it goes with that. I am obsessed with it. So now I cleared this dresser off. I'm going to paint this one. I'll show you what it looks like. Here's the before. All right, there is my dresser finished. I absolutely love it. All right, done and done. Check and check. 2 nightstands are done. I have to let them dry probably for a couple days, and then I will put poly on the, at least on the top, but I may just do a quick coating all over the whole thing. But they look amazing. I am so happy with the way these turned out. I was so discouraged before I started this, and this is exactly what the look I was going for, and I love them. I love them. So these are the brackets that Marion made me. I'm just going to use this Color Shot black paint and paint these. So Marion is now taking down the old curtain rod. You can see it was super flimsy, super cheap. I don't even remember where I got it, but it's so cheap. But I'm replacing it with this one I got on Amazon. I have these in my living room and my dining room. They're linked in my Amazon shop. I think it's around $10 or $11, but they're very long. They're probably a good, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches longer than the one I had. So it just kind of makes the window look bigger. It gives the illusion of a bigger window, and the curtains were just not laying right. So when I put the big rod on, they finally were laying better. I can put them in the wash. I think I'm going to probably try washing them and seeing if I can make them less stiff, and hopefully they'll lay better. But that rod made all the difference. So Marion is putting these shelves on the wall. We have cinder block walls, so he actually really hurt his shoulder trying to push the the screws into the wall. It was quite a process, but I love the shelves. I'm so thankful he was willing to do that. So we were using these nightstand, or these TV trays for our nightstands while the nightstands were drying for a good 5 or 6 days. So I was just going to put those up. We were finally able to put ours back, and it was so nice. We do live in an old house, so we don't have very many plugs in our rooms. I think this bedroom has 3. So we have all these like cords and everything. It's just the way it is. So I have to put this basket next to my nightstand to hold like the power strip with all the cords, because back in the 40s when they built this house, we didn't, need so many plugs. But I'm just putting things back together, and I'm going to put some plants up, some new decor, just a few things that I found around the house and that I picked up, and you'll see it come together. It looks so beautiful. I love this bedroom, and it's so refreshed. I don't know, I never thought I would like the boho style, and I'm probably about 5 years late, but it's so pretty. I love it. I love the shelves, love all the greenery. It just brightens up the whole room. So here is the completed room. This is exactly the vision that I had in my mind. There's still a few things we need to do. I need to have Marion put his handles back on his dresser. I need to maybe like paint or do some rub and buff, is that what it's called, rub and buff on my big mirror, maybe around the frame of that, just to make it match. I hadn't decided what I was going to do there yet, but overall I am so happy with it. I love the way that it turned out. I love that it's like a mixture of the boho and also farmhouse, because I'm not ready to fully commit to boho. I'm about 5 years late on that trend, but I do like a lot of things about it. I don't like all of it, but I love I love tons of greenery, and I love the green fabrics, and I love the green wall with the green bedding. I wasn't sure if it was going to clash, but I actually love it. Just, it's beautiful. I've said love so many times, but this is really exactly the vision I had. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it gave you some kind of motivation, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. And if you're new here and you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribe. We'll be doing more home improvement projects, makeovers, things like that. I really enjoy this kind of stuff. So, and I love sharing it with you guys. So make sure to leave me a comment, say hi, let me know you were here, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.